go ahead and get started with class. So we'll start out on our backs, doing kind of our usual wakening ourselves up, getting into our bodies. We'll start with the knees into the chest and just begin to rock around on your low back. And you may rock side to side. You might find some little circles as you rock on your sacrum. And then let's hold that left leg go long, right knee into the chest, and just flex and point through both feet. So toes up and toes down. And then let's switch to the other side. Same thing, flex and point and flex and point. Do that 2 more times. Good. And then we'll bring both feet to the ground, arms by the side. We'll peel the spine up for a bridge. And today we'll stay in that bridge. Inhale, knees go out wide. Exhale, thighs come in together. And just 4 more times. Inhale, knees out wide. Exhale, legs together. Hello, whoever just joined. Too far from my computer to see who it is, but I'm sure you are wonderful. We're going to do this 1 more time. Knees come out, thighs come in, and then lower yourself on down. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. You might want to walk your feet a little farther from your hips. Push the belly down, push the back down, and then exhale, lift yourself up. So like we used to do back when we had the straps, we're going to start with some core work. We'll roll the spine down, taking that Pilates roll down. Reach the arms overhead, and then exhale, use the combination of momentum and strength to lift up into that full sit-up. And we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, coming down. Arms reach back. Exhale, chin to chest, belly to spine. Reach it forward 2 more times. So rolling it down. Taking it up. Exhale, lift. And last time, roll it down. Hello, hello. Reach it back. Lift it up. And then from here, make a fist with the hands. Bring the legs all the way together. Point through the toes. Keep the feet on the ground. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, twist to the left. 1 more like this. Toes are on the ground. And then come back to center. Lift the legs up and just hold here. Shoulders down the back. Spine is long. And then take the feet to flex and see if you can straighten through the right leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And then see if you can straighten through the left leg. Again, doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And then bring your feet down and your hands down in a little reverse tabletop. Lift your hips, stretch through the front body. And then go ahead and bring those hips down. And we'll come into a plank or a forearm plank. So you get to decide which works better for you. We're still warming up, but we're warming up kind of, again, in the way that we used to when we had our straps for Barre X, warming up that core. So finding that plank, shoulders over elbows and wrists, or shoulders over elbows. Inhale, shift your body weight forward. Exhale, shift your body weight back. That nice little sawing action that translates from bar to yoga to HIIT to boot camp. Really nice body weight exercise if you're ever looking for something to do that has a lot of impact. Really quickly, this is a good one. 2 more times. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 1 more time. And then drop onto the knees. Push the hips back for child's pose. Stretch the spine long. Reach the fingers forward. And then we'll take a little bit kind of a moving bar spinal warm up here. Walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. Stack the left hand over the right, but keep that left hip right over the left foot. And then take this all the way into a side bend. So right hand down, left arm overhead. And then side bend to the left side. Left hand down, right arm up. And then face your chest on the floor. Stretch those arms out long. Right hand over left hand. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Curl yourself to the front of the mat. We'll do that same thing starting with the left. Lock your hands to the left. Stack right over left. Then take that side bend. Left hand down. Right arm up. Stretching to the side. Side bend to the right. Switching directions. That chest facing stretch out to the right. And then coming back to center. And from here, walk your hands to your knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and come into a forward fold at the back of the mat. And just start to bend the right knee and the left knee, right knee and left knee. And then bend both knees. Let your head and arms hang and roll yourself up. When you get to the top, take a couple of shoulder rolls to the back. And then shoulder rolls to the front. And then we'll round the spine down. So we're still warming up through the spine here. Let your body just hang. Once again, we roll it up. When you get to the top, this time shrug your shoulders up and relax your shoulders down. Shrug your shoulders up, Relax your shoulders down. Last stretch for the legs. Step the right foot forward, drop the left knee. Interlace the fingers around the right thigh. Push the hips forward. And then pull the hips back. And if you happen to be in yoga at noon or you watch the yoga video, this will look familiar. We just did it a little slower. And the next time you come forward, stay here. Some of you may want to go a little deeper, and what I mean by deeper is maybe deeper into the hip flexor stretch in the left leg. Some of you may want to get deeper into the groin stretch of the right leg by turning the toes out. There's also a twist and a quad stretch that can happen here. So take just a couple more moments to find kind of what areas of the legs, the hips, the thighs, the shoulders need a little tender loving care. And then we'll gently step back. Coming into that forward fold at the back of the mat. Again, this is nice and easy. Roll your body up. This time, reach your arms overhead. Make a fist with your hands, but let your pointer fingers come out. Stretch tall, side bend to the right. Left foot presses, body reaches to the right. Exhale back to center. And then body reaches to the left. Exhale back to center. Release the arms, roll the body down. Step that left foot out, low lunge, right knee down. Interlace the fingers, push the hips forward. As you push the hips forward and down, you pull the chest and ribs away from the leg. And then inhale, shift the hips back. And exhale, shift the hips forward. Again, just doing that a couple of times, that little rocking sensation forward and back, still in the warm-up phase of class. And coming into whatever the deeper version of this stretch is. Again, you could really turn out through the left foot. You could even roll onto the pinky side of that foot. You could drop the chest down. You could add that quad stretch, that shoulder and chest stretch. So really kind of making the shape what you need after possibly a real long day of work, or maybe you enjoyed the sunshine today and you walked a lot, and so you need to really just open up through those hips. So whatever your day held, letting the stretch feel good for what your body needs. All right, let's come on out. And we'll meet first exercise today on our knees. Because we'll be standing on our knees, if you want to roll up your mat a few times to add a little extra padding, I always like that, you can do that. And we'll grab those light weights, I have 5 pounds, I might regret that. 5s, 3s, 2s, even 8s if you're feeling super ambitious. Hands in front of the thighs. Toes can be tucked behind you or untucked, whatever feels better for you. We'll come to sit barely above the heels, arms forward, and then stand all the way up, squeeze the butt. So notice that as I come back, I'm not sitting all the way down and standing all the way up. I use the strength of my thighs to stop myself like an inch or two above my feet, and then I squeeze to lift it up, okay? We have 10 of these, slow and steady, and then because it's bar, we'll do some pulsing, of course. Here we go. Inhale, take it down, arms forward. Exhale, push it up. You want to keep your arms really extended the whole time. Notice that if you do this without engaging your core, it feels a lot like a lot of work. So make sure that that belly button is pulled to the spine, the ribs are knitted in. You're using the glutes too at the top, pressing it up. You have 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we're going to hold. So hover the butt above the heels, reach the arms out. You have 5 rows, elbows out high and wide, squeeze the blades. Come back to the front for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights into the chest, wing the arms out, lift your hips up. Now we'll pulse. Come back into that hover. We have 1, 2, 3 pulses, and then we squeeze up, okay? 10 rounds of that. Start at that low place. Chest is right over the hips. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, squeeze up. 1, 2, 3, squeeze up. 8 more. Finding that rhythm in your head. You can use that big exhale breath at the top, at that booty squeeze. 4 more, feeling those thighs. 3, 2, and 1. up. Reach the arms forward, pull the elbows back, come back to that row. Now we pulse the elbows back. I want you to feel the pulsing action between the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades are coming closer together. If someone in your house walks by, they're probably like, that person isn't doing anything, but you are. You're feeling your back engaged, your core is engaged, your glutes are still tight. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come on down. We will revisit those doing different exercises, but for now, unfurl your mat. Come back to that long length, and we'll lay down in our back. This is where that mini loop band can come in handy. And again, if you don't have one at home, don't fret. We're going to take the band around the shin bone, laying flat. No weights for this first round. Arms by the sides. Pull that belly in. Try to lessen the space in your low back. We'll lift the hips up halfway, just halfway. So space enough for both of your hands, but not too big. Knees will come out, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Hips halfway, knees press out, 3, 2, 1, come back down, okay? We're going to actually do that for a minute. So get really comfortable with this in your outer thighs, in your IT band, in your glutes. And we start in 3, 2, 1. Lift halfway, here we go, 3, 2, 1, and down, up, 3, 2, 1, and down. And those of you that have been coming to barre a lot, you know the deal here, but always good to remind yourself, if you feel the inside of the foot, so the big toe sides of the foot coming off the ground, really work to keep those pressed. Yes, your arch can be off the ground, but your actual big toe and the inner heel should not be at risk of coming off the ground. So you're really just pressing your thigh bones out and away. The good news, all my talking has us over halfway there. And if you want to find that punchy breath, you could have that punchy exhale for all 3 of those little presses outward. Less than 15 seconds. And of course, we're going to add on to this. We started with our smaller, quicker movements, and we'll finish with our bigger, slower movements. Hold your hips up. Lift your hips as high as you can go, halfway down. As high as you can go, halfway down. Keep this pace. Again, we have 1 minute. We're doing 1 minute of booty work here. We have 4 different rounds of exercises, so we're almost halfway there. Because this is so simple, maybe you add a little flair. One thing you could do is lift your arms up or back, really working those lats. Second thing you could do is lift the heels and get some calf action. I will say when we stand up, we're going to do a ton of calves today, so you might want to save your calves. About 20 seconds to go. Again, this is that slow and steady. There's nothing novel about this movement at all, but it's a really great kind of back to basics, squeezing the glutes, keeping the belly tight. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the hips up. Now step your right foot out, right foot in, left foot in. Right foot out, right foot in, left foot in. And just again, these simple patterns, maybe you start to hear my voice or your own voice in your head giving you that out, in cue. Watch here that your toes don't turn out. You want to keep your toes forward. Your hips are off the ground. Your booty should be feeling really, really work. We have a minute and a half of work left in the bridge shape, and then I'll come get us out of the bridge shape, I promise. 20 more seconds here. Stepping wide, stepping fairly narrow, not all the way together. 15 more seconds. Woo, I feel the burn. Do you feel the burn? Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs together. Lift the heels up, lift the hips up, and just stay for 30 seconds. Belly to spine. Can you lift the hips higher? Can you lift the heels higher? Find your breath. Find your strength. Last 30 seconds. I'm going to have you lower your heels and squeeze your inner thighs together. Lower your heels, squeeze your inner thighs together. You may even want to squeeze your legs together. Just really finding that sense, like there's a piece of paper between your inner thighs and you can't let that paper drop. So you're feeling those inner thigh muscles engage, engage, engage. Your booty is engaged. Breathing in, breathing out. Last 10 seconds of this 4 minutes. And I know you've all rocked this. And lower. All right, take that mini loop band off. Stretch it out. You may want to take some version of happy baby. You may want to take a figure 4 to really get into that booty, into the hip. And then we'll go right into core on our backs, okay? Right into core on our backs. Legs are straight, actually. Feet are flexed. We're going to take straight-legged crunches, which I personally don't do a lot, and I don't teach it a lot, but I actually really like it. We're going to take 10 of these, lifting the shoulders, lifting the head, pulling the belly in, pushing out through the feet, coming down. Then we'll take 10 pulses. Then we'll take 10 twists to one direction, 10 twists to the other, come down and change up the movements, okay? So again, that pattern of 4, this time 10 reps, not 1 minute. Elbows wide, they stay wide, belly to spine, back down, feet reaching out. Here we go. Exhale up for 10, 9, 8. Last 4. Then we pulse. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Twist one direction for 10, 9. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Other way. 10, 9. Try to keep the elbows wide. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your toes forward. Stretch your fingers back. Bring your knees into the chest. Rock yourself up. Take a quick moment to grab a sip of water. Hello, Lori. Hello, Simran. Hello, Rosa. Hello, Allison. Hey, Mackenzie. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you, Michelle. Wonderful. So now we're going to come into some standing work at the bar. And I would hope that you don't have a bar at home. Otherwise, we need to talk about why you're not teaching this class. Anyway, your countertop, your chair, your couch, that's going to be your bar for today. We'll stand it up. Right now, you don't need any of your equipment. You just need your body. You just need your bar, your proxy bar. So we'll come on up. We'll start facing either direction, heels together, toes turned out. I'm going to be working with my right leg because it's my outside leg, but if you're facing the other way, feel free to use your left leg instead. Finding that first position, this outside arm, as always, can do whatever you need it to do. We'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 pulsing demi-plies, then 4 heel raises, and then 1 grand plie. If by chance you don't have anything to hold on to that feels sturdy enough, this is just going to be extra challenging for you. So kudos to you. We have 4 rounds of this. Find your first position, belly tight, booty tight, legs long. Here we go. Pulse 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels up 4. Knees still bent. 3, 2, 1. Full grand plie. Remember that the heels come up first, then the legs straighten. Round 2. Pulse 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels up 4, 3, 2, 1. Take as much time as you need for your grand. Heels lift, hips lower, then heels drop, legs straighten. 2 more rounds. Pulse 4, 3, 2, 1. Calf 4, 3. Really press through that metatarsal. Full grand. This is where it slows down. Knees go wide. Body is still really vertical. Last round. Pulse 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop grand. Okay, outside leg gets to shine. We're going to point that outside leg forward. My kneecap is facing the screen. Make sure your kneecap is also facing the screen. We're going to lift that leg up and down. That's our first round. We have 10 reps there, 10 reps pulsing, 10 reps coming out to a bend. So it's kind of a funky, really weird passe slash kind of a tree pose, but this is a dangling participle foot, and then coming back forward, out and in, and then we'll hold that knee out and pulse it up 10 times, okay? So those are the 4 exercises, 10 reps each. First, outside leg straight, standing tall, belly tight. Here we go for 10, 9. Remember, it doesn't matter how high your leg gets. It's long, it's strong. Last 4, 3, still turned out, 2, 1, hold it up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee out to the side. Take it forward. Still bent. Bring it out to the side. Take it forward. So we're moving that leg in the hip socket, but the hip, the pelvis are not moving. Inhale out. Exhale forward. For 6, you find your own range of motion, and it may look really different from mine. Last 4, 3, 2. If your foot starts to cramp, you can flex it. 1, hold that knee out to the side. Use those hip flexors, little lift up. 10, 9, low belly, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good news. Grand plies in that really, really wide plie squat, aka second position. Remember, you want your toes out, heels in. We'll come all the way down. Bend those knees to 90. Squeeze the glutes all the way up. Just 5 of these, really simple. Inhale down. Exhale up. Like you have a teacup on your head, keeping that spine really, really tall. Wrapping those thighs out and down. The next time you come down, stay here. We're coming from this really, really deep squat, this really, really deep plie. We're reaching the outside arm and outside leg in towards our object. They become straight, so does your standing leg, and then back out. We have 10 of these. For 10, you're really just tapping that toe. 9, 8, feeling that long leg. 7, 6, reaching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, find that down today. Reach your arms forward, make a fist, sit lower, lift your heels up, stay for 10, 9, pull the arms back, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels, pulse your hips, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down. Last thing, little reaches up with the arms. 10, 9, 8. Really straight. 7, 6, 5. Can you sit lower? 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Okay. Shake it out. Stretch it out. You may want to take a quad stretch, hip flexor stretch. You may want to open out through the shoulders, the chest. You may want to hydrate. Before we go to the other side, grab those weights. You can choose whether you face the bar or face away. You probably want to face the screen so you know what's happening. Toes will come forward parallel. Arms will come out to a T, palms up. I mentioned we're doing a lot of calf raises today. We are. We're going to do some more now. We're going to find that bicep curl, lift the heels up, and come back down. That's our first 10 reps. Second 10, we pulse the heels up, we keep the arms out. Third 10, we pulse the bicep curl. Fourth 10, we hold, and if you want to change your arms, you can change your arms. Okay? Starting slow and simple, standing over your heels, little bend in the elbows if you want. Make sure your wrists aren't curling in, and here we go, calf and bicep for 10, 9, and it is totally fine if you don't lift super high in your releve. Try to keep your legs straight, strong. Last 5, Then we have just heels for 3, 2, 1. Okay, lift the heels up, press it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Booty tight, 3, 2. Stay up with the heels, biceps in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, find your balance, 10. Last 3, and take it down. Okay, shake it out. Take a moment to stretch those calves, particularly if you have had a calf injury in the past or your calves are just feeling really tight. Make sure to get both sides. One more upper body move. Torturing you with plie squat again, with second position again. Sitting low. Once again, that pattern of 4. This time it will be all about the arms. We're just staying in the plie squat. First things first, weights over the shoulders. We'll take a traditional shoulder press, elbows forward for 10. Then we'll bring the arms to 90 in front of us, squeezing the inner arms towards each other for 10 pulses. Then we'll slow it down, opening out, squeezing in for 10. And then we'll finish up elbows into the waist, back out to 90 for 10, okay? So know it's gonna be a lot for your deltoids, it's gonna be a lot for your shoulders. Activate your belly, use your strong trunk and legs. Here we go, shoulder press, straighten and bend. Elbows are forward. If you have a shoulder injury or an impingement, if you're working with a physical therapist, you do not have to fully straighten your arms at the top. You know your limits better than I do, even if we were in person, so modifying accordingly. Last 4, then we get those little inner arm pulses, 3, 2, 1. Find your 90, inner arms in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down, out to 90, into 90. Wow, out to 90, into 90. 8 more. Can you sit lower? Your legs are probably trying to come out of this, but use them. Stay low, stay sturdy. Inhale, exhale. 5 more. Then we have 1 more move after this. Last 2. Last 1. I'm definitely regretting 5-pound weights. Hold the elbows out. Elbows come into the waist, back to 90. Into the waist, back to 90. 8 more. Make sure you come all the way up to 90. Stay low in those legs. Check back in with that core. 4 more. You can do this. Last 2. Last 1. Awesome. Let it go. Stretch out those arms, stretch out those legs, shoulders, hips, thighs. Hydrate. Alrighty. Before we go to the other side with the legs, so with that turnout sequence that we did, assuming that I don't forget what we did, we're going to face the bar, flat back. Remember for this, you can be on your forms and bent elbows or straight arms. And we did this last night in Yoga Bar HIIT without holding on to anything. Tonight you have the benefit of holding on to something because we're doing more exercises, more reps. Remember, you want that flat back, you want that strong core. I'm choosing to bend my elbows, but you don't have to. We'll start with the right leg, square hips, flexor pointed foot. We're coming up 10 reps here, holding it up, 10 hamstring curls. Then opening the knee out to the right and down for 10. And then squeezing the knee towards the right armpit and back for 10. And in this one, we're again rotating the leg in the hip socket. Before we go to the left side, we'll do some more calf work. Okay? Let's set ourselves up for that flat back. Right leg extends out. Belly pulls to the spine. Notice that your neck is long. Your head feels supported. Here we go. Leg lift for 10, 9, long leg, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get ready for the hamstring curl. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Flex foot, heel in, push out. Imagine that there's a weight on your ankle. And if you actually have an ankle weight at home, it's not actually a bad idea to do some of these bar moves with like a 2 or 3 pound ankle weight. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn the knee out to the right, down to the floor. It's just rotation of the leg in the hip socket, but you're using your booty to move that leg, using those muscles. Breathing. Last 4, 3. One more move. We're bringing that leg to the arm. Okay, keep that turn out, leg to the arm and back, leg to the arm and back. Keeping the knee bent, but feeling that sense, pulling forward, pushing back, pulling forward, pushing back. 5, 4. We're feeling this in our standing leg too, those stabilizing muscles. Last 2, 1. Okay, release it out, shake it out. If you need a quick figure 4, especially for the standing leg, go for it. Calf raises. We'll start in our 90-degree squat. Shoulders over hips. And if you're holding on to something that doesn't feel steady enough for you to do 90, you can lean a little forward, okay? So being safe is more important than being perfect right now. We're going to lift the heels up, straighten the legs, drop the heels down. Hips to 90, heels up, straighten, and down. We have a minute of that. You can go at whatever pace you want. You can make it feel like cardio, or you can keep it as slow as I was just talking, okay? I'll talk us through the next 3 minutes. Find your 90-degree squat, shoulders over hips, belly to spine. Here we go, 1 minute. Heels, straighten, drop, squat. Again, the way that I'm talking doesn't necessarily dictate the pace that you should be moving. You get to decide what that is. You're low, you're high. You feel the calf muscles engage. You feel the glutes and the quads engage. The good news is we're about halfway there. Being really precise with your movement. And again, safe. Safe if your object is not something that can bear weight like this bar. That's fine. Lean a little forward as needed. 15 more seconds here. And of course, if you have injuries in your knees or your ankles, you might be modifying how low you go or how high you lift your heels. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next minute. Heels are coming up, arms are lifting, hands come down, heels come down. So it's heels, arms, hands, heels. 1 minute, straight legs the whole time. Squeeze the booty, use the quads and the belly. Here we go. And if you really love a good balance, you could stay there for maybe 3 seconds, 5 seconds, even 10 seconds if you wanted to really hang 10 before you come back into the next rep. Again, we don't want to buckle those knees. We don't want to lift the shoulders by the ears. We're just reaching those arms up. Strong body, long body. We're halfway there. Breath in, breath out. Feeling maybe our tallest today. 15 more seconds. And then we have 2 more minutes of moves, and then I promise we'll get to that other leg in that turnout from first, those forward leg lifts and such. All right, coming back into that squat, 2 choices. And this might be where you really want to come off of your object. You can take your jump, or you can take your quick calf raises. And we're going for speed for this next minute. So for this next minute, skip any kind of slow movement, go right into fast movement. 1 minute on the clock, start now. Here we go. So either those jump squats or those calf raises. And again, they're quicker. Maybe you're not going really into the depth of your squat if you're calf raising, and that's fine. Checking in with that breath. Checking in with the power in the body. Breathing in, Breathing out. We have one more move, and it really will be broken down into right leg and left leg. Last 15 seconds. Don't give up. Find the power. Keep the speed. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last minute. Walk a little bit away from your object. Heels up. Weight in your left foot. Lift your right leg. Finding that passe, foot forward. Try your balance. You have 30 seconds. Letting that heart rate come down. Halfway there. You can do anything you want with your arms. Okay, other side. And maybe this is your stronger side. It's my stronger side. Maybe it's the side that gives you more trouble. Either way, really use the rest of your body, your core, your long spine, your strong glutes, your legs, your focus. Those eyes can really help or hurt your balance. Good news. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Again, you might want to find some moments to calf stretch. You might want to take this opportunity to hydrate. Okay, let's go ahead and set it up for that second side of turnout. Again, I started with my right leg. You might have started with your left. You're just going to the other side, holding that object in the other hand. Heels are together, toes are out. Outside arm, as always, can do whatever it wants. We have 10 straight leg lifts first. Remember this outside knee, it's not facing up to the ceiling and parallel. We're turning out, so we're using those glutes. We're rotating the thigh bone in the hip socket. Here we go, 10 times, up for 10. Height doesn't matter. It's keeping the core engaged and not rocking your chest to your leg. Let your leg come to you, if anything. It's a straight leg. It's a long leg. We've got pulses in 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up. Pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee towards you and then bring it forward. It's still bent. So it's just kind of rotating out to the side and then back forward. This standing leg is doing mega work, keeping you stable. Out and in. Out and in. 5 more, and then we have that pulse with the turnout and the leg abducted. Last 2 like this. Last 1 like this. And then come back to that knee out, little pulses up. It's the low belly, it's the psoas. Finding that lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big plie squat. Arms wherever you want. Heels lift up. Different than the first time we were here. We're going to find a balance. Outside arm comes up. When you're ready, inside arm meets it. Lift the hips up an inch, down an inch. That object is still there though. So if you feel like you're losing your balance, your calves are feeling really sore or wobbly, use the object like I'm doing now. If you're feeling mega good, arms up. Last 4, 3, really shaky today, 2, 1, hold it here, little pulses down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels. Now comes that exercise. Outside arm and leg. They straighten and reach in, and then they come back flat and down, going really towards your object. Here we go for 10. Standing leg also straightens when you come in. You really want to feel the booty. Squeeze, release. 4, 1. Okay, come on up. Again, shake it out as you need to. We'll grab those weights again. So one more round of standing weights, coming into flat back with the left leg, and then we'll finish up back on the mat. We're gonna come back to those knees. I did not forget. All right, feet parallel. Arms are going to start right in front of the chest. Make sure your arms aren't angled down or angled up. For the purposes of this, they're forward. If this is too heavy, see if you have lighter weights or even no weights. Calf raises again. We're going to lift the arms 2 inches up, lift the heels, come back down. Then arms come 2 inches down, heels lift, back to center. So all we're doing is going up a little bit, center, down a little bit, center. Arms stay really straight. Again, it can be done without weight. We have 10 total, 5 in each direction, okay? Toes forward, standing on the heels, belly in, shoulders back. Here we go. Up, arms down. Heels are constantly lifting. Up with the arms, down with the arms. We've done 4. Up, down. Keep the arms straight. Up, down, up, down. We'll do a bonus. Up, down. Okay, bring the arms down for a moment. Come into that plie squat position. Last time we'll be here. Elbows into the waist, insides of the arms forward. You can start with whichever leg you want. You're going to lift the heel and punch the arm out, pull it back in, and then take it to the other side. So it's almost like you're passing the weights or if there was someone on either side of you, okay? Sit low, 10 of these, just 5 on each side. Here we go. First side, second side. That's 1 first. Push and pull. 4. Last round. And since we did a bonus on the other round, we'll do a bonus here. And take it up. Okay, drop those weights. Shorter upper body for that. Come into your flat back, left leg, unless you already did this. Straight leg back, hamstring curls, leg rotating out and in, and then knee coming to the arm and back behind you. 10 of each. Set up your flat back, belly to spine, left leg behind you. Stand directly over your right knee and ankle. Here we go. Left for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep that leg long. Pull the leg up, flex the foot, heel in, leg away. Remember that thigh bone stays still in space, and if it hurts your back to keep the thigh parallel to the ground, then you lower the leg a smidge. It's not a big deal. 4 more. Exhale, inhale. Use the core, belly in. Last one. And then hold the bend, knee out to the left, down to the floor, out to the left, down to the floor. Your hips are not moving, so it's just the leg and the hip socket. Inhale, exhale. Last 2. Last one. Final move, hold the knee out, leg to arm, push it back, keep the knee bent, pull in, push back. You've done 2, we have 8, 7, 6. Standing leg is putting in work 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Again, this might be where you want to stretch your standing leg, your hip, your glutes. You may want to stretch your working leg. And if, like me, you had to kind of move some things out of the way, like your mat, you can bring that back into your area. Again, good time to hydrate. And we'll come on back to the mat. We'll revisit that standing on the knee exercise, and then we'll finish up with core. And just to leave you feeling really nice and centered through your trunk before you get into your evening. So again, you can roll up your mat for your knees, should you want to. Grab those weights. We're going to stand on those knees. This time a little bit different. Instead of coming to a hover and a straight back, we're actually going to use the quads a little bit more. Weight to the chest. We're going to lean back like somebody's pushing your chest. We're not coming into a back bend though, so don't let that back bend come into your mid-back. Keep your back long, and it's just like somebody pushed you. You stopped yourself with your quads, and then you come back up, okay? We have 10 of these. Here we go. Back and up. Sink belly to the spine, back and up. If you need a little more support, tuck your toes behind you. Legs, thighs are really strong. Last two. Last one. Okay, hold it up for a moment. Reach the arms overhead, tricep extensions. Weights can be touching or not. Any elbows. Bring the weights behind you. Elbows are close to your head. Push it up. We have 10. Think about keeping the ribs towards each other, really knitted in. You have 6. We're going to continue with these arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse the weights down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights back to the chest. One more little bit of leg. We're going to take out that ski sensation of leaning back and forward, and we're going to come into that hover of the butt. This time, though, slowing it down. We come down 3, 2, 1. Hold, and then I'll count us up 3, 2, 1. We're just going to do 5 of these, but again, think slow, think controlled. If you want more, arms out to the sides, go for it. Here we go. Lower down 3, long spine 2, 1. Hold. You're not sitting on your feet. Lift up 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the butt. Lower 3, 2, 1. Hold. Hang out. Find your breath. Lift up 3, 2, 1. Lower down 3, 2, 1. Hold. Stay. Maybe look around. Feel your strength. Lift up 3, 2, 1. I already forgot how many reps I said. We're just going to do one more. Down 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Hold. Don't let your butt sit all the way down. Lift up 3, 2, 1. All right, team. Take those weights out to the side. Unfurl the mat if you rolled it up. And we'll come back into plank or form plank. Again, you get to decide what works for you, just like when we use the straps for plank work. It's whatever works for you. Fists are also included in that. So find that plank. We'll take some leg lifts and some arm lifts here. Find that plank. Reach those legs back. We'll start with leg lifts. Right leg is going to come up, out to the right, in, knee to the chest, back. If you need to rest between sets, or between reps, foot on the ground, but the whole rep is up, right, center, chest. That's one rep, foot down or foot up, okay? Let's end with a nice core bang. We have 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Take a little rest, and we'll do some things with the arms, okay? Find that plank, your choice of plank. Here we go, right leg up, out, in, chest, reset, up, out, in, chest, reset, up, out, in, chest, reset. 2 more, up, out, in, chest. Last one on the right, make it good, up, out, in, chest. 2 feet on the mat, left leg, up, out, in, chest, reset, up, out, in, chest, reset. 3 more. I won't metronome this in your ear anymore. Last one. And take a moment. Perhaps a child's pose, perhaps you just lay on your belly. Okay, coming back into plank again. Could be on the forearm, could be as a fist. We're not going to do as much as with the arms, don't worry. Making sure that your core is supporting your low back. We're going to reach the right arm out, down, left arm out, down. If this is causing you to twist, that's a different move. That would be a side plank twist. We're not doing that with this. So if you find yourself wiggling, as always, one way is wide feet, the other way is knees down. Lifting the hands off the mat is significantly harder than lifting the feet. So if you have the legs great, just know that the hands and arms might be a different story. Find your plank. We've got 10 total, 5 on each side. Try to slow down, okay? Find your plank. Zip the belly, widen the feet as needed. Here we go. Right, left, right. Try not to wiggle those hips left, right, left, right, left. Just one more on each arm. Right, left. Child's pose, down dog, whatever you need. Take that rest. Now we'll come into side plank. You can start on whichever side you want, and you could be on your hand or on your elbow. Doesn't matter to me. See today, unless you really need to modify and drop the bottom knee, which a lot of you don't actually need to do, try to stack your feet. Big toe sides of the feet are touching. It's the pinky toe side of the bottom foot that's pushing down to lift your hips up. We'll take that top arm up. From here, we'll lower down 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up, twist, come back, okay? Little combo move, just 5 of these, then we'll go directly to the other side. Think about belly to the spine. Think about your obliques, the sides of the waist. Set yourself up. Here we go. Up, 3, 2, 1. Down a little, twist. Up, 3, 2, 1. Down a little, twist. 3 more. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, last one on this side. Exhale, 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 inhale. Okay, coming to the other side. And you could just flip to face away from the camera on your elbow or on your hand. Again, see if you can stack your feet, top arm up. Here we go. Up, 3, 2, 1. Down, twist. Up, 3, 2, 1. Down, twist. 3 more. Ooh, up, 3, 2, 1. Down, twist. 2 more. Up, 3, 2, 1. Twist. 3, 2, 1. Twist. Okay. Coming on out of it, coming to your backs. And you could be facing either side of your mat. It doesn't really matter. We'll finish up at the back of that core before we do one more core exercise to finish them all. Okay. Take the arms out to a T. Take the legs as wide as the mat. Legs are straight and strong, at least for now. We're going to lift everything up. Reach through your toes, reach through your fingers. From here, legs and arms will come in, legs and arms will come out. We have 10, 9. And I sometimes turn my palms to face each other. If you want to find rotation in the arms, go for it. Last 4, keep that neck long. There's really nothing to see once you get this going. Last 2, last 1. Take a breather, relax the head, wiggle the hips, shake the knees if you need to. Okay, next move. Arms out to a T, legs together. Lift everything up. Bend the elbows from here to 90 degrees. Flex the feet. Bend the right knee. Bend the left knee. Bend the right knee. Bend the left knee. Keep going. Right, left. Squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. Feel your hamstrings. Feel your shoulders. Feel your core. Feel your back. Last 2 on each side. Last 1 on each side. And relax. If you'd like to take a child's pose, that can be nice. If you'd like to just roll onto your back and hug your knees, and that is another alternative. All right. We'll come into what we, again, moves that we do on the straps sometimes, but we're going to mimic what we do on the straps because we can, which is great. So we're going to take our reverse crunch. When we do this on the straps, we hold the straps down. We use them as leverage. For us today, we're going to push down into the ground, lift the hips up, that reverse crunch. We'll do one reverse crunch, not using momentum. So we're not rocketing the body. We're just going boop, up, contracting the belly. Second one is where you can use momentum and come into more of a plow if you want. You could even have your feet roll over. What you don't want to do when you do that, though, is look at the camera or look at the screen or look all around your room. You want to keep your eyes up to the ceiling to protect your neck, okay? So once you know what you're doing, zone in on that ceiling and keep in it. This is our last minute of work. One reverse crunch, one plow. Here we go. Exhale, little lift. Exhale, rolling over. You decide what rolling over means. Little lift. Exhale, bigger lift. What you want to keep on the ground is your shoulders as much as you can. Obviously, when you roll over, you start to lift out of the shoulders, but the tops of the shoulders stay really rooted. Make sure that you feel like your core is engaged. So on that first reverse crunch, you're not using too much momentum, if any at all. Little time check. We have about 15 more seconds. Keep it up. This is your last bit of work for this class. And maybe you're taking Allison's class after this. Kudos to you. Rock it out. If you're not, and if you are, either way, finish this class strong. 3, 2, 1. Let the legs come down. Stretch the toes forward. Stretch the fingers back. Really opening up the belly. And then bend through those knees. And we'll take both knees over to the right or the left. It doesn't matter. If you're in the stag shape, you might want to take the leg that's closest to the shoulder that's all the way on the ground towards you. And you may want to take your back leg foot towards that back shoulder. You get a little more of a stretch in the psoas, a little more of a stretch in the belly as well. When you've had enough of this, you can take it to the other side. Being careful of your knees and your ankles, adjusting your legs, again, so they're not sort of double 90 stag shape. And then bringing the feet together, the knees wide. Stretch the arms back, and then grab right hand to left elbow, left hand to right elbow, and just let those arms relax over the head. Deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, knees to the chest, lift your head and shoulders, bring yourself up to a seat, and we'll finish our breath. Inhale, arms up, exhale, arms down, 2 times in a seat. Here we go. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time, inhale, exhale. Thank you all for joining.